this thing on? All right, welcome back to 4Ps the podcast. I'm Eli.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Eva.
I'm cold. I'm Lucy.
And Jocelyn is working the electrical stuff. I'm not sure if you can see her, but she said hi. Okay, so, Lewis, what's our first subject?
Our first subject is pros and cons of being under the age of 7.
No!
You
Eli.
have like no
Not
responsibility.
again.
Exactly. All right, so who wants to go first?
What everyone just automatically look at me.
Because you're on the other side of the room, and I wouldn't look left.
Yeah.
You know, how about I go first? Okay, so I'm gonna say one of the pros and cons of being like was it 7, 6, is that you're little also means that you're probably fast. You can just like absolutely annihilate everybody's ankles.
Running their leg.
Just like the tiniest little race car. Another pro. You're probably adorable. I looked at pictures of when I was 7. I was a cute little guy. I'm gonna say one of the cons of being little is that when you're little, you're short.
That's true.
I'm still short.
Me too.
According to most people, but you're shorter than them.
The cons, I'm just going to start with cons. Everyone treats you younger. Like,
Dang.
especially if you're one of the younger siblings. Everyone treats you younger. Like, go sit in the corner.
You bad boy.
Yeah. Pros. Snacks.
Yeah. Infinite
That's the only thing I can
snacks.
think of.
Why are you guys looking at me? All right.
Because you're
A
on
deep
the other
silence.
side of the
Yeah,
room.
exactly.
How about Eva goes next?
I think the pros of being like
Seven.
No! Stop!
is you have like no responsibility like whatsoever, and a lot of things seem way more fun than they actually are. Like
That's true.
washing the dishes seemed so fun.
Really?
It's
You make a
really
good
not.
point. You make a good
It's
point.
really
I
not.
hate it.
I mean,
My
they looked
siblings
fun.
loved it. Not me. My siblings did.
They looked fun, but I mean, I never did it.
Mainly because of all the bubbles.
I love bubbles,
I think
except for the
everyone
fact that they were
loves
probably infection bubbles.
Infection bubbles.
I
No.
do remember the bubble wrap of VeggieTales.
bubbles. Okay, don't worry that.
I don't remember how it goes. I know what you're talking about, though.
All right, Lucy.
My biggest con of being little was having, like, especially in summer, having to go to bed when the sun was still out. And I just had to because my mommy was like, go to bed.
Mommy.
Yeah, my mommy.
In that really high voice. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed, Lucy.
But yeah, that, like,
It's way past your bedtime.
that always sucked for me because, like, I was always wanting to stay up all the time. And, like, obviously when you're little, you never want to go to bed.
Yeah.
But it was just like, but the sun is still out, you know? And I had to go to bed at, like, 7.
I find it literally physically impossible to fall asleep when the sun is out.
Right?
Even if you have like blackout curtains.
I don't have curtains. I mean, I used to.
Wow.
What happened to these said curtains?
We already had this story.
We already had this conversation.
I don't
One of his
remember
friends
this.
knocked him down and Isaac caught it.
Oh, wait, you weren't here last week.
No. Wait.
Wait, but we didn't talk
Yeah,
about
where,
that last
anything
week.
yeah, where
last
were you?
Remember last week was a field trip?
Oh, well, yeah, but like the week before that.
Explosion.
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
Did we go through the pros and cons?
I think so.
Definitely.
All right, now we should take a vote. Is being anywhere between 5 and 7 awesome?
Yes.
Relatively.
It's half and half, I think.
Oh, and you don't have to worry about anything.
You make a good point. I'm going to say my years of 5 and 7, although I remember practically nothing of it, it was probably pretty great.
I just, like, I had no cares in the world. I just played outside.
I couldn't read.
Wow.
I just like played outside, played with toys, played with my neighbors. Like I was living the dream. And then I had snacks. I had goldfish, like, and chicken nuggets.
I love
Chicken nuggets.
Like
Dinosaur shaped chicken nuggets.
yes, done. And like those
Yes.
smiley face fries that were for some reason
Makes
better
me-
than normal fries.
Yeah. it
I've
makes
never
you
had
happy.
smiley face fries.
What?
I
Give
don't
you,
think
like,
I have
two.
either.
Okay.
I've had chicken fries.
That
Okay.
sounds good.
Hang on. You did not have a childhood if you did not have smiley
Hey,
face
hey,
fries.
Hey.
I do not remember smiley face fries either.
Okay.
How?
So either you had
A slightly different childhood, but that doesn't mean you didn't have a childhood. Do you think I just came out 13?
that's messed up.
Where's the smiley face? Like, that was my. I loved smiley face fries. Store.
Dude, what store?
At the store. I didn't go and buy smiley face fries. My mom just like pulled them out of the fridge.
I had experience with smiley face fries. So we went to this restaurant and they said it was smiley face fries because it was like kids menu, like when I was 7 or something. Smiley face fries, crinkle fries, curly fries, and like I don't know, just normal fries. And I chose smiley fries because they're smiling, of course, and they only gave me 2. I was so angry.
They should have
That's
a
a
restaurant
crime.
They're only
that
this
is
big too,
just
like-
fries.
They should. Oh my god, that's the best idea I've ever heard.
Just like the whole menu, different kinds of fries.
That would be funny.
That would be pretty funny.
And then they'd have like a
Buffalo.
whole array of dipping sauces.
Mhm.
That'd be good.
It's
That's
like,
like
ketchup,
it's like
mustard,
Chick-fil-A
relish,
meets-
mayonnaise.
Relish
Hey, I love relish.
on your but on your fries.
It's probably pretty good.
I've never. It's just like sweet fries.
chicken fries with relish.
Are we good over there in the electrical stuff? Okay, we're fine. Okay, Lewis, what's the next subject?
How the origin of 4Ps in a podcast came to be, and why did you choose that name?
Okay, so basically, this small segment is gonna be, since I came up with the name 4Ps in a podcast, these 3 people who are also in this podcast are going to ask me questions about the origin of the name.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
'Kay.
Are your favorite vegetables peas?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I kind of hate peas.
Me too.
Same.
Me too.
This
I
is the
hate
worst.
peas.
It has no flavor.
I never liked peas.
Lola just like eats them, just plain.
I
She
thought they
just
were gross.
chows.
The
I hate
only
them.
way I ever liked peas was if I put them in more salt than most people would be okay with.
Yep, same.
Because
I
then it would
butter
just be
them.
the taste of salt and not peas.
I butter them with a bit of salt.
Oh my god.
I feel like buttered corn would be okay. Alright, so yeah, I never
What
actually
the
liked peas.
frick?
Yeah.
Some creepy kids looking through the
Oh.
window would say that.
What the heck is Finn doing?
Oh.
Okay, we need a curtain on that window.
I agree.
I agree.
Alright,
Or with blinds or something.
alright. Does anybody else have questions?
Why? Why peas though? Why was it peas? I know you don't
It
like them,
sounds
but why did you choose peas?
It sounds clever, like 4 peas in a pod, because
Yeah,
that's like
so-
a saying.
It's a pod.
Wasn't it originally though 3 and then we changed it to 4?
No, it was originally 4. Because here's the thing. When we were coming up with names for the podcast, I can't remember what some other suggestions were. Some
'Cause-
was like something about ice cream.
Wasn't there only 3 people to start with though? Because it was Miss Dana, Twyla, and you. Because I wasn't there for the first 2 weeks.
I think it may have been. No, wait. I feel like it was 4 though.
Then was there just like an
'Cause there was
imaginary
Miss
ghost
Dana.
or something?
There was Miss Dana, me, Twyla, and you.
Well, I wasn't there for the first 2 weeks, and you made it up before I was there.
So I don't remember this. But anyway, I chose 4 P's in a podcast because I was thinking, okay, podcast starts with pod. what things have pods, or like what things have casts? So when I came up with 4 P's in a podcast, I was like, well, I'll suggest this, but if it doesn't get picked, that's okay. But then I said 4 P's in a podcast, and then everybody was like, that's actually pretty good. Nice job, Eli. That was pretty good. So then we were like, yeah, let's go with that. and hence four P's in a podcast came to be.
Beautiful.
Yes. It's a life story of 4 P's in a podcast.
That story brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, thank you. It all started with 4 random children who wanted to be on YouTube.
You see me in the news article.
It should be a news article. Super unpopular podcast somehow makes headlines.
3 subscribers.
3 subscribers. Their highest amount of views, like 36.
That's crazy.
See, that's why we're going to convince Neil to make 4 P's in a podcast part of the showcase.
I saw 60.
Oh, then 60 views on there.
It was on like it was on like the first video, so.
Okay, that makes sense. Because then at least 24 people thought we sucked and didn't care to watch more of our videos.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
Your support helps. In here and on screen.
We should what?
I don't even know what I'm trying to say, guys.
Should for the showcase, we should.
Trying to concentrate. I don't know what I'm trying to say. For the showcase, we should have record ourselves talking about doing the podcast or answering something.
No, look how happy they want to watch it. Lots of views.
Yes. and we come out on microphones and be like,
Dude,
hey,
give
we're
me
TV. And now we're right here.
And that's
I feel like would you rather questions? Just go down people and ask them all the shows they chose that. I feel like that would be pretty cool.
we had a couple other at the showcase to include.
Lyrics.
4 P's.
What's like South Park?
Yeah.
Because we it's all like
Halftime show for
It's
4
like,
Ps
hey,
in the podcast.
this is the intermission, and
But I mean-
we're here now.
If it's already recorded, then nobody has to do anything. So that could be good for the intermission. Because then
I
there is
agree.
a break.
But it would be better if people were actually wrapped into it against their own will.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, we're going to ask some would you rather questions. Also, by the way, if you raise your hand and we choose you, we're going to come down and ask you why. If you don't answer, we're choosing someone else. And if you take too long. No,
Or
I'm kidding.
also choosing somebody else.
Yeah. All right. So any other questions?
Nope.
All right. So that was that little segment. All right, Lewis, what's the next subject?
Cats versus dogs. Common question.
cats.
Cats.
Dogs.
The long-awaited debate between 2 household pets is now being talked about on 4Ps.
Quick words for each one. Hyper dogs and lazy cats. That's all I'm going to start with.
I feel like I just have my honestly and sincerely, my one cat Honey, I am pretty sure, almost 90% sure he's a dog trapped in a cat's body because he's a dog.
I don't believe in that.
My
He's
cat
crazy.
gets
Chihuahua.
my cat gets zoomies, and she squeaks like
Yeah.
a mouse. It's funny. When you pick her up, she squeaks.
Part mouse, part cat.
My cat bullies my dog. My
I
dog
believe it.
Coco's 6 times the size of my cat.
That's crazy.
And she can't take on Freya.
I feel like little animals always
they're bigger.
bully and
Feisty.
think that they're bigger than bigger animals.
Yeah, I saw this meme where it's the tiniest bulldog.
Yeah.
And he's the muscliest, ginormous dog.
That's so funny.
It was pretty funny. So, I think dogs are better than cats for a couple of reasons. First of all, my first pet was a dog. Her name was Anya. She was a golden retriever. She was the best. Okay? She is probably in heaven now because I'm not sure if dogs' souls go anywhere. But if they do, then she's definitely in heaven.
I feel like animals, their souls just automatically go to heaven,
I feel like you're right.
unless they were extremely horrible. But I don't know how an animal could be.
Raccoons.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Those-
Raccoons don't make it.
They steal.
But anyway, she was the best, and she was pretty lazy, but she was hilarious. Like she would always just like wait under the table, and like since nobody sits like with their legs together, she would like have her head on your chair, praying that you dropped scraps. And there was one time I just dropped a scrap, and she like in like half a second just she wanted it so bad.
That's so
I mean, I would always
funny.
feed her, and she was like a grandma to our new dog.
Aw.
She's terrible, unsocialized, and hates everybody. She wouldn't stop barking at the mailman for like 5 minutes. She almost killed an old woman by accident, or maybe her dog. But for like the first 4 weeks we had her, whenever she saw anything that moved, since I was like a lot younger, she would drag me across the entire yard. And I'd be like, no, stop, 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 no, stop it, bad dog, stop, no.
I could totally see that.
Yeah,
That's so
you can
funny.
just imagine my small body just getting dragged, hanging for dear life on a leash,
Sounds like,
yelling.
The
sounds like
dog
a
was
play.
walking you.
Yes, except for it was against my own will.
Sounds like a movie I've seen before.
Now here's the thing: my cat wouldn't do that because she's too small for that. She's kind of mean sometimes. She'll if you pet her and she doesn't want you to pet her, she'll swat at you. I've had like multiple cuts from my cat. I've never had a cut from my dog, but she nips at me one. She nips sometimes because she's part sheepdog. I think it's like Australian sheepdog. I'm not 100% sure. But also, dogs are really energetic. I'm not saying cats aren't, but dogs are more energetic.
Yeah.
In my
That's
case.
true.
They're also kind of funnier. And I know that sounds crazy, but my cat doesn't really do anything funny. So in my personal experience, dogs are funnier.
I have I have the goofiest pictures of all of my cats. They're so funny.
My cat, when she looks down, she looks like Batman. It's really funny.
I'd like
My-
to see this.
my
Yeah,
one
same.
cat.
Catman.
Batman.
Cat.
Bat.
Next week I'll bring in pictures.
Yes.
Good idea.
Genius.
My one cat, like we call him Chicken. Honey.
Chicken jockey.
No.
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 Stop it!
I'm bringing all the funny
Not
memes.
again.
Yes.
Except at this point, they're not as funny because you've used them up.
Exactly.
Change them, please.
But you're walking straight into my traps.
No.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So we call him Chicken because he when he lays down, he has like chicken wings. Like he lays so funny, and so we call him Chicken because he literally looks like a chicken. He's so funny.
Dude, my cat just like sleeps all day. And when she doesn't sleep, she just like lays there and
Half
walks
awake.
around
How do you know your cat isn't up at night?
because I'm asleep. And I don't know. Well, I mean, like sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll just hear scratching on my door.
And like my door doesn't fully shut for some reason, so she like is a creak the door. The tiniest
Cat asleep. And all I hear is
Are you sure your cat isn't part Siamese?
yes. I'm 100% sure.
How do you know?
Because she has hair.
Siamese cats have hair.
Wait, I thought those were the hairless cats.
No, that's different.
Mhm.
Siamese cats are the ones that talk a whole bunch. When we were at the pet shelter, because we volunteered there a whole bunch until my mom changed job schedules, they had Siamese cat brothers, and they would not stop. It was crazy.
I mean, my cat isn't loud, but she's kind of annoying sometimes. When she was younger, she loved me more than anybody else. Now she just appreciates the food. We also think she's pooping in the basement.
That's so
So the
gross.
basement has like stunk like crap for like the past 2 months. We don't know where it is. We're not even 100% sure, but we're pretty sure. It's like the worst Easter egg hunt known to man.
No.
That's so gross.
Like my parents and sister spent like half an hour trying to find anything. We found nothing. I mean, they found nothing. I was just sitting upstairs eating goldfish.
Period.
So yeah, I think dogs are better than cats because also my dog is kind of friendlier than my cat. My cat is nice to other people and my dog is not, but my dog is nicer to me than my cat. I do treat my cat nice. I give her pets.
You give her pets.
Do you give her pats?
Do you give her treats?
No, my sister usually gives her treats.
That might be why.
She doesn't really like my sister more. Yeah.
Maybe try different treats.
Because one time she was like standing, like laying down like dogs to do when they want belly rubs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't know cats like belly rubs. So I went to like rub her belly. And immediately I feel like 4 claws wrap around my arm. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted belly rubs. I'm sorry. And
My
then it started
cat-
running away because she was chasing me.
Yo.
My cat sometimes does like belly rubs.
Dang.
Yeah, it's like a thing that like if your cat like it's more of like a trust thing than they don't like it. Like if like your cats are used to you and they trust you, then like if you rub their belly, they'll just like sprawl out, you know? But yeah, cuz my cats do that sometimes too and they just like let me rub their belly. It's cute.
Interesting. Because like, here's
That just
Can you milk an alligator? I don't think so.
The only like
I don't even know the story that well, and that's all I know that we
I
got rid
think
of
you
a
can
cat.
eat alligators.
I think you were
Can
lied
you?
to.
I
Yeah,
think
this
you
al-
can.
I know you can
Alligator
wear
jerky.
alligators.
Well, yes.
That is true.
I think you can eat them though.
I've never had any alligator, but
I've had
I've heard of
alligator
people who
jerky.
can just eat alligator.
It's
Yeah,
fu-
there's jerky. I've
It's
had it
funny
before.
because like
It's
I
good.
feel like everybody's cat sounds so mean, and like my one cat, like before she passed away, like when I was a baby, she would just like come onto me, like lay on my belly and start licking my forehead and my nose, and she would just do that, and then she would leave.
I remember one time I was just like laying down in front of my cat because I wanted to see what she would do about it.
Mhm.
And she climbed on top of my back and started hitting me in the face. well, not like the face, but like the back of my head. I just got
Yeah.
like it was like tiny baby slaps.
That's so funny.
My mom's old cat, Clark, he would sit on the back of the couch, and then when my brother would sit on the couch, he would lick his head.
I feel like you told us that before.
I feel like I possibly did, and then he'd also bite my uncle's ear.
Yeah, you told us that.
Yeah.
Your
I
poor
feel
uncle.
like I feel like this debate has just been like us telling everyone like our pet
Look at how funny
stories.
our pets are.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell you which one's better.
I'll
like-
tell you how our stories happen.
Honestly, like I don't think either like cats or dogs are like specifically like better than like like each other, because I
can see that.
like them both. I think that just me personally, I have more of like a cat energy than I do have like a dog energy. Like I'm just more of like, I like to hold fluffy things
Rather than
and pet
run
them.
around.
And then other than like, I don't really like,
So I think my final reason that I like dogs more than cats, I mean, if I'm being honest, since I have a cat and a dog, they're both great. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So I like cats 1% more than I like dogs 1% more than I like cats, just so that I'm not like being biased.
But like honestly, I like to run.
Sometimes when I'm not tired.
yeah.
And my dog would run with me if she didn't attack everything else as we run.
Squirrel.
Squirrel! She actually hasn't ever been mad at a squirrel. His name's Cheeky. He has a wife and a kid. His name is Cheeky Jr. And my sister named his wife. His wife's name is Leah.
Cheeky and Leah.
Yep, and Cheeky Jr.
That's so
I
random.
almost fed Cheeky out of my hand one time. I had a pear, and he was like considering it. He was like, should I do this though? Am I walking into a trap? Eventually, I just rolled the pear to him and left after like 20 minutes.
When we were at a campground, my brother left out a jar of peanut butter, and a squirrel literally climbed into it.
You can trap a squirrel like that.
Wait, the squirrel can fit in a jar of peanut butter?
It was like one of the big ones,
Oh.
like the Costco kinds.
Oh.
The big
So that
ones.
makes more sense.
Not like the
Did it
regular
still have
ones.
peanut butter in it?
No, we got rid of it.
Oh. Well, you said it like, oh yeah, my brother just left the entire jar of peanut butter outside.
He did because we were at one of the campgrounds, and when you're camping, you usually are outside.
I know. But I thought, you know what, never mind.
No,
Never mind.
like what he meant was like he.
Yeah, I don't know
Moving
anymore.
on.
yeah. All right, Eva, do you think cats are better than dogs?
Yes.
Interesting. So, I said dogs.
Dogs.
Cats.
My fur babies.
Which are
I like all of them.
so
Oh, I can't choose.
so both.
Even.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, okay, yeah. What's your vote, Jocelyn? Okay, so it's kind of, yeah, it is a 50-50 because Eva and Jocelyn chose cats, me and Lewis chose dogs, and Lucy chose
Lucy's
both of them,
both, yeah.
I can't
Half and
choose.
half.
which I kind of find unfair, but you know that's okay though.
I'm special, okay? I get a
All
special
of us
pass.
think that pets are awesome, and if you don't have one, you should definitely get one
Mm-hmm.
if you're willing to put in the work.
I mean, you could always just get like a fish.
I
I want a
fish that
budgie
died.
really bad.
A what?
Fish die
A
so
budgie.
fast.
What's a budgie?
You've never seen a budgie, like a little
They're
budgie
like a-
bird?
Oh, okay. I had a feeling it was a bird.
I want to get a parakeet.
I
wanted one.
I want a fish.
I wanted one.
In the middle of the night, though, if you have like a little nice house, it would drive you insane.
What? What? A parakeet?
A parrot, yeah, it would just squawk the whole night. Yeah.
A parakeet is different from a regular parrot.
Wait, what?
A parakeet is a tiny bird, like this big, and it's yellow and black and green.
So it's a little parrot.
So there's only one species of parakeet.
Pretty much.
Boom.
So then why isn't it considered a small parrot?
It's not. There
The
are
more
parrots
you know.
And there are parakeets.
The more
You
you
They're two different
know.
things. Yeah, they're two different birds. They're not the same.
Personally, I find that kind of pointless because a parakeet has, if you take out the eat, it technically has parrot in it. So I think it should just be a species of parrot.
It's just a different name.
I
Yeah.
feel like the reason why it's a parakeet is because it's colorful like most parrots. Like macaws are very colorful. Parakeet.
Yeah, she did.
I always wanted a wiener dog.
Why?
So that on Halloween I could put it in a hot dog costume.
Oh my gosh.
The one reason you
The
need a
one
wiener
reason.
dog.
No, it's also because they're tiny and long.
And their arms are.
Their arms are stubby and they're pointless.
My siblings call them sausage dogs.
I mean, yeah, that's what they call them in Australia.
Yeah, I think that's
Snickers.
Yes, nerds.
Also, since they're wiener dogs, you could name them anything related to a hot dog. Like, if I ever get one, I want to name him Ketchup.
I would name mine chili
Chili-
cheese dog.
Yeah,
Chili
same.
cheese dog. See, these are pretty funny names. All right, so now that we've technically discussed cats and dogs and our opinions on both of them, now you know.
The more
you
you
know.
know.
Now you know
How
which
many
members
times? How many
of our
times have?
podcast.
8.
Okay.
Interesting. So we've said the more you know now 27 times in this entire podcast. All right, Lewis, what is the next subject?
I don't know. Your choice.
Oh,
Meat versus vegetarian, or why Lewis's team lost in football.
yeah. Let's do meat versus vegetarian. So it's basically cats versus dogs, but it's meat versus not meat.
So basically, everyone in the
Impossible Whopper.
podcast against Eva.
Well, I mean,
Very
not
rude.
against Eva. We're not
We're not
fighting
against
her.
Eva.
We're just asking her
Questions.
questions and also our opinions on vegetarians.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Your
Respectfully. Not heated argument.
87% respectful
Until
No,
it
no, I'm
comes
kidding,
to
100%.
bacon.
until it comes to
The-
steak or bacon. Respectfully. All right. I'm going to say you should quit vegetarianism and choose meatism.
That's called,
Meatism.
Yep.
Meat in this.
called being carnivorous. It's when you basically eat meat, just mostly meat.
The more you know.
The more you know.
You know, we shouldn't bring this back. People are probably already sick of us saying the more, you know. But anyway,
Or maybe it's just going to be a big meme one day.
Yeah,
just all of us going, the more you know.
I'm going to say meatism is better than vegetarianism.
Meatism.
We're gonna say meatism.
Now
No,
we're making up
meatism.
words.
Because
Sounds like a religion.
meat is delicious.
So you say.
And here's the thing. There are populations of some animals that are like very overpopulated, like some kinds of fish. If you just eat the fish,
Yeah.
it's not gonna like destroy the
The
population.
only thing is, most people are very picky about the kind of meat that they eat. So most of the fish, let's go with that, they only eat salmon or trout or whatever. They don't eat the other variety. So even if it is overpopulated and people are like, you need to eat more fish, they'll eat more of the salmon or trout.
Then people should start lying on stores, just like, here's salmon, and they give them some other random fish
Like
like,
millions and some billions of salmon.
I
though.
don't think that's how it works, but good thought.
We just like tasty fish.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Goldfish.
fish. Okay, well, yeah, that's true, but like my second favorite kind of fish is mahi. It's
Goldfish are like the only fish that I actually.
Lewis told us, or told you, I guess, you can eat fish as meat.
Count fish as meat, yes. If I didn't, I'd be a pescatarian, not a vegetarian.
Oh, Lewis.
Lewis was
Lewis,
so
how
shocked
dare
he
you.
dropped his mic.
Yep.
See,
His mind was blown. His brain can't contain this information.
Exactly.
I agreed. Now here's the thing. I have loved meat since I was a child. And
Right.
as a child, pretty much 85% of the things I would eat at restaurants were chicken nuggets.
Right.
Yes.
Chicken nuggets are American cuisine. If there's one food
Exactly.
you could use to describe America, there would definitely be a couple of answers like hot dogs,
Tyson's
cheeseburgers,
chicken nuggets.
probably literal garbage. Italians would probably be offended by most things we eat, but chicken nuggets would be somewhere on that list. Chicken,
No.
chicken nuggets.
Not you
are
too,
heavenly.
Jocelyn.
Chicken nuggets are heavenly. It's-
Right.
I'm not sure what part of the chicken it's made of, but that part of the chicken was it's delicious.
It's
I
the
don't even think
closest
it's real
thing
meat, to be
heaven I've
honest.
ever seen.
That's debatable.
It's
but
delicious.
chicken nuggets, I almost said chicken jockey. But
Stop it.
chicken nuggets are awesome. They're one of my favorite foods. You know what else is awesome? Steak and bacon and
Right.
pork
And
and
cheeseburgers.
ham and turkey. Like, how could you pass up a Sonic double smasher
Yes.
cheeseburger? Those things are awesome. I haven't had one, but in the commercials, they look really good.
They are really good.
Every time I'm at the gym with my parents, a Sonic commercial for some reason always comes on.
I
And I'm like,
hate that.
dang.
Like, we gotta go to Sonic.
I'll be like working out and then I'll see like a food ad and I'm like, great.
Now you're making me hungry.
Now you're making me hungry.
all right, guys. It sucks to do this, but we're going to have to leave you on a cliffhanger until next week.
Oh.
Does that mean we're
We
gonna
will
talk
never
about it
kn-
again?
Yes, that
Yes.
means
Again?
that means we're going to offend you again next week.
This is
No, I'm
like the
kidding.
fourth time.
We're respectfully
We're disgusting.
We're interrogating you.
We're
interrogating
respectfully
me.
grading you.
You're
Yes.
interrogating me.
Tearing
it's
you
like
to
a cheese
pieces.
grater. We're shaving off.
Respectfully.
We're shaving off stuff.
We're
We're discussing why we
respectfully.
think that's
Well, I have
a
nothing
terrible
against
idea.
veggies. It's that bacon.
Bacon is better. Yes. Okay. I'm Eli,
I'm Lewis.
I'm Eva.
I'm Lucy.
and that's Jocelyn. I'm not sure if you can see her, but she's Jocelyn. And this was 4 Peas in a Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Toodles.
Chicken jockey.